Alright guys, BLMR back. Probably the last episode of Saints Row. Let's fucking finish this shit. Okay, we're going. Still listening to the Taron Armstrong podcast, so we'll be doing that.
Clearly, there are some people that are starting to put...
not even sure what we're playing after this. I think, actually no, it'll probably be Kaido Files, right? I think it'll just be Kaido Files, Lost Judgment DLC.
Two thoughts here, watching this scene. One, nothing in this house is going to be a secret. I think that everyone knew Santina was the HOH like almost immediately. We have no way to tell. Well, maybe the edit will tell us, but...
Well, for a little while it did seem like they thought it was Renee, like up until at least 2 days ago I think thought it was Renee, or at least half of it. I think something happened. Either something happened or more likely even, I think in my eyes, the Shady Bunch, aka Lucy, Daniel, and Mika may have ratted something out behind the body. That would be my guess. Or something happened to make it seem like it's
well, it's definitely not Jonathan. But yeah, like I think that things won't Santina in this house. It's just like a free for all. It's like, hey, where were you? We're playing your brother, like going after you. It's very direct. And then the other thing I noted from this scene in particular was how overall impressed I am with Santina. Again, I've said this 25 times. I didn't think I would be 2 weeks ago. I just feel like her trajectory has just been so upward. And
Has it?
a person like her in her position, I know she's definitely helped out with Zach's situation and been blowing up leaving, but I do think that someone who is in her position would be the person who's next to go. And now she has people like Jonathan and Hope who are now taking on bigger, powerful positions in the house saying, yeah, we want to protect her. And while there is this shady bunch that doesn't want to protect her, it's better than the situation that she had before, which was, well, she's the last of them to go, she's a snake, and she needs to go. So I'm very impressed with that.
It's she certainly has Jonathan and Hope. I don't know if it's looking like super great outside of like almost everybody else in the house, but she's got those two. So that's something for sure. Kuzi says that Dan told her that Hope is close to
This is a shit mission.
and is really gullible. So Hope needs to be careful with Sandy manipulated. Hope says, see, I was just saying I need to spend less time with her. And Anika says, yes, people have been saying that. We need to spend more time with other people, but we all agree we're loyal to this. And they all agree. Kuzi says, Dan told me also, Kuzi got a treasure trove of information from Dan apparently. Dan said to Kuzi that his side of the house doesn't have numbers. He saw his side of the house as himself, Ty, Claudia, and Shanae. They all agree Renee and Santina are basically out. Jonathan says he thinks he can pull Claudia back into the fold once Ty is gone. And Santina ends up entering the room. Kuzi and Nika leave. Santina asks how their talk with Claudia went. They say it's well. She said she's playing such a game for Ty. Santina says it's just tough to hear her say that when she's so obviously close to him. But she did imply that she'd be willing to make big moves, like maybe take Ty out herself. That would be so wild. It would like make her famous. It's definitely not something that happened only 2 seasons ago. And why do you remember Beth's name the most? Because what are you going to put Beth up?
Yeah, I was like, I mean, do I want Claudia to do this? Yes, I just said it like moments ago. Is she gonna do it? No! I don't think she's gonna do it. That's the problem.
Kuzi's gonna talk to Anika. And Kuzi again talks about how Hope is not cheating to tell Ty that. He talks about how Ty has an alliance with himself, the Shady Bunch, and Claudia. Basically, the same as Crown Alliance, but replacing Jonathan and Hope with Ty and Claudia. And he wants to name it. And they both agree that Ty is less trustworthy than Jonathan and Hope.
We're not dead. We just need to figure out a way to escape. Maybe I could poison this food?
He makes you eat whatever you cook for him.
I can take one for the team.
Don't be crazy. What if we try?
Holy shit, are we mic'd?
No. This is something else.
I want them secured.
What's going on?
It's for your own safety.
It's our roommate, isn't it?
They're here to say... Save you? Is that what you... Eli, I'm sorry I hit you. There's a lot going on right now, and I got upset.
This is fucking stupid.
It's going to be fine.
Don't worry, guys. I'm coming. Nina?
Okay.
Cap? Eli?
You need not worry over their safety.
But so this in fact is another alliance that the ship They basically have the Crown Alliance with Jonathan and Hope, and they have this currently unnamed alliance with Ty and Claudia. And that's going to come into play a little bit later when they talk to Claudia. They both agree that when Ty goes up, he's got to go. They are choosing Jonathan and Hope over Ty and Claudia at this point. The good thing, though, is that hopefully he doesn't go with them if he does. So that's going to be big. Claudia joins the conversation, and she lets them know about some of her campaign. She says it was tough to talk to Santina because she first targeted offered to talk to Santina. And Kuzi and Anika both agree Santina needs to go. Claudia says she's the reason I'm on the block. She knows she's HOH. Kuzi says never forget that. And Ty shouldn't either. So Kuzi, Anika, and Daniel, again, are also in an alliance now with Ty and Claudia, and they are pushing Ty and Claudia hard to target Santina, while Jonathan and Hope target Ty, and of course nobody is targeting Jake.
Yep. Have we addressed the moment yet where Claudia says that there was a fight between herself and Santina? Don't know what that was about.
Again, I think like, if something happened with Claudia, Ty, and Santina, I don't know.
We don't know. And hopefully they're probably saving it for the edit, hopefully, because they're loving their fights, but the way that Claudia was describing it, it didn't sound like a screaming match, like the Kuzi and Zach situation. It kind of just sounded like an overall disagreement. But again, we don't have any details. So we'll get that
So Anika says after Santina's HOH, she's going to try and fix things with Ty because she won't have anyone else in the game. We can't let her fix things. Claudia says, well, she spends a lot of time with Hope. She might have Hope still. And they all agree again. She's definitely next on their list. Claudia agrees. Claudia says if it's a double eviction, she thinks her nominations would be Santina and Renee.
Do not worry, my friends. Things are going back to the way they
yeah.
What happened?
This is the moment during it where I was like,
I guess we'll find.
You guys okay?
We're fine.
Why is Kev wearing a shirt?
Oh, it's a lot.
Don't you see?
If this is the end, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed. I should have just finished the last episode.
You don't get it.
But whatever.
I don't need my help. I need theirs. You're fucked now, buddy.
How is this? How is this the game that they made, really? It's like, fuck me, dude. Oh.
I'll be better when I get the stupid shirt off.
Although, like, the objectives still, like, rescue. Okay, you know what? I might as well listen to the podcast. Because fuck this.
really don't really know update. I watched episodes and these dailies, and I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea.
And like, this is the kind of thing where you kind of assume probably fake, probably lying. I didn't really get that vibe personally, especially because again, you know, I talked about this either yesterday, probably the day before, that I was getting vibes that there was tension between Renee and Claudia. Like it was very subtle because we very little of it we saw. But we know that when Ty was suspecting Renee, it seemed like Claudia and Renee had like a bit of a like irrigation between the two of them, where Claudia was maybe not trusting Renee. And now this thing happened between Claudia and Tina and Ty, or whatever the case may be. And now everyone is talking about how Renee is with Santina. Renee and Santina are like a duo. And Claudia is like, yeah, Renee and Santina on the block. I don't even know who my backup would be if one of them came down. So Claudia, and again, the way she's talking to Santina, to Anika and Kuzi, definitely feels like this is my lifeline, this is my new alliance kind of thing. Which they were also giving great vibes of that with Claudia, even though they were playing her. So it's totally possible that Claudia is still like girly with girly pops. But like the last time Claudia had a conversation with these two, they were talking about girly pops. They were talking about, I mean, not the name, but they were talking about the women, including Renee, getting to the end. And now all of a sudden, Claudia is talking about Renee and Santina on the block together. So clearly a lot has changed in the last few days when it comes to girly pops, Renee, Claudia, all of this. Kuzi, she says, Claudia goes on to say, I don't know who my backup would be. I would probably have to put up Hope. You know, Kuzi misunderstands for a second and says, well, for me, I think Santina has more of a number in Renee than with Hope. So when Kuzi thought that Claudia was talking about who would I put up next to Santina, Kuzi was advocating for Renee to go up instead of Hope. Which tells me, you know, A, she's more loyal to Hope than Renee, which is pretty obvious, but also that this narrative exists, that even though a lot of people are seeing Hope and Santina hanging out together a lot, being close, Kuzi is making an argument that seems to land, that seems to be accepted, that Renee is even more of a number for Santina than Hope is. Which I don't even, I can't even tell you the last time I saw Santina and Renee have any conversation. So I don't know where this came from, but Claudia was like, oh no, you misunderstood me.
We can handle the
Renee is on the block next to Santina. I'm talking about if I had to put up a third person with one of them on the veto. It was like, oh, that makes sense. So this is our new reality.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm being gaslit because we're not being shown it. Hopefully they'll show it tonight. I don't know, because I will say that as far as Renee and Claudia's relationship was going, I can kind of tell that it was just Shania and Claudia kind of like over here, and Renee, it was kind of like splitting up. But Santina and Renee,
It's final boss time. Or not.
We have seen nothing on any dailies, so either it comes tomorrow in a daily or in an edit. Like the indication that I get is if they don't include something in a daily, they're putting it in the episode. So tonight or tomorrow, that's what we can hope for. That you don't really know.
My best guesses right now are that either whatever this incident was, maybe Renee like took Santina's side publicly or something along those lines, and that caused a big shift, or this is all just made up, and Renee is still thinking that she's a girly pop, but because of, you know, Ty thinking she was the HOH and the fact that she didn't go up on the block, and maybe she's had like a couple of conversations with Santina, people are just making assumptions, and the power structure of the house is pushing a narrative that is landing and manipulating people, which is something we see all the time. So,
Including us, by the way.
I mean, in this case, you know, that's what we know. You know, so think like a house guest. Be skeptical. If Kuzi is telling you something, you know, think twice, because she's running the house right now, and anything that she wants is going to be according to her own narrative. So you gotta be cautious of all information. She told us herself. She's a fan of twisting truths. So unless she says it to Anika, it's definitely wrong. So
Okay, what the fuck?
Claudia says, I don't see Jonathan or Hope putting us up. Ty's putting us up. The only people we need to look out for are Santina and Renee. And Claudia and Kuzi and Anika agree. And so that seems to be, again, it's like they currently have the shade bunch in this situation. It's, again, the three of them, plus Jonathan and Hope on one side, plus Ty and Claudia on the other side, and then that's 7 in their sphere of influence. And then on the outside of that is Renee, Shania, and Santina. And they are pushing Renee and...
Is that it? Please let that be it. 'Cause I just want this game to be fucking over with. Okay. What a fucking shit game. This game sucks. I thought the game was gonna crash there for a second. That would have been hilarious.
You ruined everything.
What a masterpiece.
You guys should come up here. It's a hell of a view.
Mortal terror aside, today was a good day.
Yes, sir, it was. I'm really sorry, guys.
About what? You saved our ass.
It was also my idea to get the Nawali's help in the first place.
No one could have predicted that much crazy.
Bad hires happen. It's okay.
No. If anything happened to you guys,
Hey, we love you.
I love you guys too.
That's because we're fucking awesome.
Here, here. You know, the Saints have only been around for like a minute, and we've already gained and defeated a nemesis. Not a bad start.
No. Not bad at all.
Nope, it's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad start. I think anyone would tell you this is a very bad start. Dude, this game sucks so bad. Like, I think this is the worst, like, like gameplay and like narrative experience like mixed into one that I've played in a while. Where it's like most games I'm like, okay, this is like truly bad, like that I played recently at least, are like just narrative games. Like I'm Lucky Dead Grandmother, New Tales from Borderlands. Like this is actually like that bad, then also it has shit gameplay too. Yeah, this game sucks, dude. Fucking wasted what? 12 hours playing this fucking game? Like, if I knew it was actually gonna be that long, I would not have done it. Like, I genuinely thought I would be able to finish it in like 8 hours. Like, I thought I'd be done a while ago at this point. There's still a mission on here, isn't there? Body of evidence. What is this? Like, I don't actually care, though. Like, so did I end up doing some missions that weren't even real missions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24. Okay, so I did... Oh, no, wait, what the fuck? Oh, there's a lot. Yeah, so I did way more... It's only 21 missions are actual main missions. So I definitely did more than I could have, but... okay, well, definitely not doing that shit. It's like that's like an epilogue sort of thing. Again, I could not give a shit. Yeah, I would like to listen to or to watch Laser's video on this. It would be funny. Yeah, I cannot imagine him playing a game like this. But yeah, I mean, we'll probably end in a second. Again, it kind of bothers me to end a video before like the 25-minute mark, so I guess we might as well look at some stuff. Would I even want that? I still have nothing else there. Wait, is this going? Oh.
And Jonathan joins. Jonathan is frustrated with Hope. Hope just gets so worked up with things. Apparently, Hope was getting was concerned because he saw Kuzi talking to Ty in the pantry. He's like, "What is Kuzi talking to Ty about?" And you know, Jonathan, who was just complaining about Ty doing this to Claudia, is like,
whatever.
"Oh, come on, man." And so Kuzi says, yeah, you know, Ty told me that the reason the guys couldn't work with Hope was that you say things to her.
Shit. I'll get Kevin. We'll figure something out.
And Jonathan, and she says, maybe they had a point. And Jonathan's like, oh, yes, maybe, but essentially, I don't want to be associated with that because they also called him a bunch of names too and stuff. And Kuzi's like, really? He's like, yeah, I don't want to go into detail, but yeah, we do that. And so that's another great thing that we missed from the movies, I guess. Is you know, we're so glad that we didn't see these guys calling Hope.
Yeah, and I mean, not that I want to see that because I think Hope is great, but it's part of the show, and I don't foresee them putting that part in the episode. So
I mean, this is what I talked to Taylor about.
We gotta
where it's
go.
like,
That police
if you don't show
task force
this,
is going after
and
JR.
like,
They linked him to
if
us?
say Hope came out of the
Thought they were a
house
bunch of
and
morons.
that
So
was
did
his
I.
experience,
They
and
couldn't
it's
even
not
get
the
our name
experience
right.
that's been conveyed to the audience, then who are you protecting? Certainly not Hope.
yeah, yeah.
So, they say if it's a double, they need a plan. And Kuzi and Danica say that they would put up Santina and Renee. That would be their plan. Jonathan says, "Oh, that because you have a good relationship with Ty." And Danica's like, "Oh no, we want Ty gone too." It's just that I put those two up because I know they support each other and working for each other. And then you know Ty can go to like he can be your
Is that the place with the meat
well, you know,
and
it could all
Yeah,
happen
I think so.
the way that
I hear their
it
turkey
happens.
legs are amazing.
We should check it out.
Basically, they're like, yeah, we're not putting Ty.
Yeah.
Basically, the point there.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if that was the right move to say that. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard again. It's like it's afraid of the house again. It's hard to
Someone
see
give them a
people, and
breath
I feel like
That was Chased by Ty Siegel.
you're working with, And maybe they thought that it was okay to say that, but I don't know. I feel like I would have
Cops have you surrounded.
It's very clearly against time, so I don't know.
Jonathan leaves, Daniel comes
Fuck.
in. Now it's Lucy and Daniel. They say Jonathan was just in here apologizing.
Thanks. I thought I was going to jail for sure.
Penetrate, Daniel says,
How did that connect you to us?
All I know is they came to the shop.
Yep, this definitely would stop you from going to jail, is killing a whole bunch of policemen.
I dipped out the back and called you.
They go on to talk
So they
about,
have your
Anika
records?
says,
That could sink us.
Don't worry. I don't keep
by
my
the way,
records
what
at the shop.
he said he could
Shit.
HOH.
More cops.
Lay off this man I have never met before.
I don't know. Daniel says that yeah, he just kind of let it slip that he now knows some things.
This
Daniel
stranger is
says,
innocent.
he says, look, I'm ready to do Renee and Santina, but I'm so close to this one. And Anika says, I think it's Santina. I think Santina is the one getting in Hope's head about all of this. And Daniel agrees, like, it's not a move I would actually make, but it's very they also talk about Jonathan being very unsubtle. Very, very not subtle. And Daniel's like, you gotta stop in the bedroom. Because people can in his bedroom. They know what he's doing here. Like, it's game. This is game talk bedroom. It's gotta be in other rooms. And he's like, oh my god, he's so bad at switching topics too. Like, somebody comes in and he'll just be like, oh yeah, and so my wife is so great. I love her.
Got it.
And they're like, oh.
These people are so bad at this game. Like, honestly, overall, like, that's why I'm so entertained by that. They're just throwing stuff at the wall, and it's like, let's see if it works.
Yes, well, Daniel says that, the whole thing with Zach was its own thing. He feels like maybe he got sucked into it a little too much, but now he feels so great playing the game together with you guys doing so well.
I guess I might as well just do this mission, right? Like, I assume we're like, this isn't too long, right? Hopefully. But yeah, after this, I'm uninstalling this game. I'm never playing this shit again.
I think it was pretty good. This is my first time this season. Like, at least there's that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they have a lot of work to do to portray a lot of these dynamics in the episode. We can't rely on that. But I'm really pleased with the direction of the season. I'm very pleased with the players. Like I said, even if they're kind of bad at the game and just kind of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing how it works, there are some solid players, and I think that everyone's willing to make a move because, again, the dynamic of the house is make that big move, and that makes for a really good TV house. So I'm excited for the direction of the season, but I hope it doesn't taper off.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff. Again, the headlines here is that everything else has kind of stayed the same.
Find it all before the cops
But heading into next week, the major targets are Santina for, I would say, assuming Renee is not targeting Santina. I don't really know where Renee stands right now in any good way, but I'm assuming that Ty, Shania, Renee, Kuzi, Daniel, Anika, all 6 of them, if they won, they'd target Santina. And then, Santina, Hope, and Jonathan would not target Santina. And then I don't know what Renee would do. So that's like, that's the majority of the house that will probably target Santina. We got a couple people in there that will target Ty, and Renee might catch some strays. So that seems to be the direction of the house as things kind of solidify, but also they're solidified in kind of a little bit of a complex arrangement.
Almost done.
Yeah, we love a complex arrangement if we have live feeds.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see just how many pieces of this complex arrangement make the episodes. If we say there's like a good solid like five major sections to the house, we'll probably see at least half of one, right?
This gun
I
doesn't
thought you were gonna say
protect you.
2. I was generous. I was like, he's gonna say 2.
Gotta race these assholes to the evidence.
We'll see half of one and then a full made-up one. That's usually Grimm's ratio of
Took care of the evidence.
all right, well, that's what we have for you today. I will be back, of course, tomorrow with another update. I honestly, at this point, I feel like this update really gave us a good structure, like a good view of the structure. The only major components that are missing from me right now are first of all, is this current structure that we see, is it all real? Is some of it fake? Are some people not actually where they appear to be right now? And then that's one question. And the other question is, what's up with Renee? That's my other major thing. Where does Renee go? Who is she actually with? What happened to Renee? That's the other big question I have. But other than that, I feel like there's not a ton of other information that I feel like we're in need of as we move forward with the rest of the Of course, we will also be live tonight after the Know-It-Alls finishes. So at around 10:30 Eastern, to talk about tonight's Wednesday night veto episode of Big Brother Canada 11. I'll be live during the episode, watching it live over on Twitch, twitch.tv/TarynArmstrong. Also be watching Survivor as that airs.
Oh yeah, I could. I was gonna say I'm considering doing this just to finish all the missions, but no, not doing that. Not doing 3 more criminal ventures and 4. Yeah, fuck that. We're done. That's it. Fuck this game. Never playing this again. Let's save and then not load. Save. And yeah, that's it. I'll be back at some point if probably Lost Judgment Kaido files. Thank you for watching.